All right, I'm now going to go across to Hema Malini because she's recontesting from Mathura. Ms. Malini, the fact that the Bharatiya Janata Party has shown again confidence in you, do you think that's reflective of the work that you seem to have done in the constituency?
Yes, I have done quite a lot of work and I'm very happy about it, and the people of Mathura are also very happy whatever I have done. But little more work will have to be done, that is why I was very keen and wanted to have 5 more years to complete my work. Because my dream was to transform Braj Kshetra in a very beautiful manner. So that opportunity again I got it, so I will fulfill all my desires.
Where do you think, ma'am, that there could be some challenges that you would be facing this time as you fight again? There could also possibly be an anti-incumbency factor against you. Some people had said you were not visiting the constituency as often. How would you take into those complaints, ma'am?
No, actually, one cannot take it lightly and say, yes, I got the ticket, so I have done a lot of work, so I'm going to win. One has to be all the time with the public mind and keep doing the best of our work. And we have to work hard for this election also, campaigning and other things.
And in fact, ma'am, there would be candidates against you as well from other parties, and that they also would want to focus on the work not done by the Member of Parliament of the Bharatiya Janata Party in Mathura. So how would you want to counter your opponents?
They will always say, even see, our Prime Minister has done such a work, such great work he has done for the whole country. But still people keep saying, ye nahi hua, wo nahi hua. But you need more time. In 5 years of time, it is because for the last 60 years, nothing has been done. Not much of work has been done, and which is now we have started transforming the whole nation in a very beautiful manner. So it takes little more time.
And ma'am, one final question, barely any time left for the election. So do you think that while the time for campaigning may not be there as much, it will be a work done that will directly reflect or not for the voters?
I didn't follow you. What do you say?
Ma'am, that there is no time now left for elections and the polling to begin. It will now directly be about the work that you had managed to done, and that only will be the message for the voters in Mathura.
No, we have our whole group is there. My whole party's people are sitting here, so we'll be planning what is to be done, how to go about.
All right, Hema Malini to again, yes, contest from Mathura. Ma'am, wishing you all the very best, and we'll wait and watch if Hema Malini will again become a Member of Parliament from the constituency of Mathura. In fact, I just want to go across again to our panelists. Manisha Priyam also is joining us, and I'm joined by Shantanu Gupta, Javed Ansari, Zafar Islam from the BJP continues to be with us. Now, Manisha, while there are, of course, some takeaways that have been very obvious now, but I also have another question. Why do you think that the party announced the names today? Just 4 days before nomination deadline, other parties had already made some announcements. Do you think it was also checks and balances to see who's contesting from where, and then the Bharatiya Janata Party would, in many ways, what can be called a master stroke?
So a very colorful and a happy Holi to you and all our co-panelists on this. Let me first up start by saying that this was the BJP's real trump card to come in again on a holy evening and say, look, no holidays for us, we are working all the time. But more importantly, remember, the BJP has signaled today that the preeminent battle of Uttar Pradesh is the key battle. And the other battle in Bihar, for example, has been relegated by them to be announced by a combined team which will have the JDU and the BJP together. So clearly in the BJP, quite clearly, they are unanimous on what they want to do with Uttar Pradesh. Very likely the problems are coming up, perhaps, I don't know, but hopefully not hopefully, but I guess in the Bihar list, which is why that's not coming up today. So more unanimous decision, the battle of Uttar Pradesh unfurled by the BJP. Apart from this battle, I think the BJP has also signaled that for primary importance for the BJP are the states of Maharashtra, in Maharashtra is also being fought along with an ally, but they have not shied away with announcing the seats in Maharashtra. Now, some of it also coming in saying, the seats in Kerala, for example, the seats in West Bengal, for example. So, signaling in a sense that, look, the BJP is a pan-India party. It's going to have a toehold in states where it's not had a toehold as of now, where it's not had any significant showing. So at this point of time, a very strategic signaling by the BJP that the battle of Uttar Pradesh is something that they will be leading from the front, and followed clearly second in importance is the state of Maharashtra, which is also being fought by an ally, the Shiv Sena, but the announcements have not been made along with an ally. The state of Bihar, for example, where the announcements were awaited, clearly second in significance to the state of Uttar Pradesh. Those announcements have been deferred for the day, and they are hopefully, as Shri Nadda said, will be made by a joint committee of the BJP and the JDU. So when that list is coming and who's going to make those announcements, the BJP clearly still wants some time. So to say that there are no political issues, of course there's jostling happening in the background, but on the front, the BJP has been able to put a very very clear, clean, pruned thing in front of the media on a very important day called Holi, when most people are tired just about getting up, opening their televisions, and they have this news saying, here's the list from the BJP. In UP itself, I have specific comments. You've covered a lot of them, but I think the surprises are that people who've spoken this way or that, the BJP doesn't find any trouble with the speech act being made by its own members of parliament. Those speech acts could have hurt other people, could have hurt members of parliament, but the BJP takes speech acts by others very seriously, even goes ahead to file complaints against them, but for its own sitting MPs, it's been a process of renominating whether the speech act has offended people or not.
And that would be definitely
so
a confidence
BJP,
boost,
a very offensive battle in Uttar Pradesh is to be expected.
For the candidates to be announced again, that's definitely a boost that has come.
BJP, yes, it's going to be a very offensive battle. Yeah, it's definitely a boost, but only for the members of the BJP. Clearly, speeches made in Western Uttar Pradesh by some of those nominated, I will not take those names because I don't want to be caught in the bind for any of those big cases under laws that I don't think much about. But the speech act of many of those members of parliament, the offensive statements made, is not a hindrance, is not a problem at political renomination.
Well, that's clearly clear. There were a few members of parliament, and I also had the same question.
Different strokes, different states, different rules.
Yes, it seems that the controversies in media headlines didn't really stop the Bharatiya Janata Party from nominating them. Again, Manisha, please stay on with me, because former BJP chief, incumbent Minister of Water Resources Nitin Gadkari contesting from Nagpur. Here's what he had to say.
पार्टी ने मेरे पर विश्वास जताया है और मैं पिछले जो मार्जिन थे उससे भी ज़्यादा वोटों से चुनाव में जीतूंगा और नागपुर की जनता का मुझे पिछले बार भी समर्थन मिला, इस बार और अच्छा मिलेगा और जो कुछ काम हम कर सके उसमें लोगों में खुशी है और चुनकर आने के बाद और अच्छा काम करेंगे.
Right, that's Nitin Gadkari speaking, and he's going to contest from Nagpur. A quick word also from Polami, and she'd been reporting. Polami, clearly some of the big names that have been announced is also to show the faith in the incumbent ministers and the members of parliament. What other big names do you think that were mentioned by the Bharatiya Janata Party? Okay, while we just wait for Polami Saha to tell us more details, I want to go across to Zafar Islam. Now, Zafar, I don't only want to restrain this conversation and discussion only to Uttar Pradesh, while it is an important state. I also want to directly go across to Kerala. You have decided to retain KG Alphonse, who's the minister, and then also will now be contesting from Ernakulam in Kochi. But will it be the Sabrimala impact? The party decided to support the protesters as opposed to the left groups, as opposed, in fact, to a certain level, the Congress as well. BJP had taken the lead. Will that have an impact on the elections? Zafar.
I don't know, I mean, I can't comment on that, but all I can say that we are absolutely confident in Kerala that our performance will definitely improve. We will definitely be able to win seats there in Kerala, and the ground reality has definitely changed in our favor. We are getting a lot of traction, we are getting a lot of positive feedback from the ground, and we know that we have been able to gain ground in Kerala, and this will definitely translate into number of seats which we will be able to win in 2019. That is something which we are absolutely confident. Whether the impact of Sabrimala issue, whether the impact of X reason, Y reason, but I think primarily the work done by the Bharatiya Janata Party and on a pan-India basis, the leadership of the Honorable Prime Minister, how he has delivered, how he has demonstrated the political will to silence the enemy country and the Fidain sitting there. So a lot of things which we have been able to deliver during last 5 years, something which will be definitely will be counted by the voters in Kerala like any other places. Besides the local issues, which is also will definitely favor us.
Okay. Very interesting. I like how you discreetly make the mention for Pakistan as well, because it's the national factor that has been used as well. But Javed Ansari, I have the same question that Zafar is being very cautious about to answer. It's the Sabrimala impact, the support of BJP for the protesters. Do you think for Kerala, where BJP could have almost made it impossible to make inroads, now has a strong chance?
Well, strong chance in the sense that they might just be able to open their account get a foothold in Kerala. I'm not so sure that despite all that has happened in Sabrimala, it is enough to propel them as a major force in the state. But certainly they will have a starting point. They will get a toehold there. Reports coming in from Kerala suggest that while the UDF is in a much stronger position compared to the LDF, the BJP could possibly make its presence felt in Thrissur, where this is where Sabrimala is. That is one seat where they can make a battle of it, and of course in Trivandrum against Dr. Shashi Tharoor. So as I'm not surprised by what Mr. Zafar Islam says. For that matter, all political parties play to their strengths. One may like it or may not like it, but this is all political parties take a position based on where they will get maximum political mileage from, and the BJP is doing it.
And Mr. Ansari, what I find very interesting,
but the BJP has been quite unapologetic
and that's
about
what Zafar
it
also said, if I can pick up from what he tried and attempted to say, was that when you again mention these names, it's also in a way you're trying to suggest that these members of parliament did good work, did enough work, because if you replace the names, in many ways it would have questioned of whether they had performed well or not. So it's also the Bharatiya Janata Party trying to show that our candidates did well in the past 5 years, and that's why we're naming them again. Do you think that could be a part of the strategy here?
Well, certainly with regards to Uttar Pradesh, that's the part of the strategy. That is certainly not the part of a strategy in Chhattisgarh. If reports come in are true that 10 sitting MPs are going to lose their seats because Congress did much better than the BJP and went on to form a government in Chhattisgarh. So it's horses for courses. It's not one cap fit all. In Uttar Pradesh, they've decided to maintain the status quo. The only surprising thing is that the sitting MP from Agra has been replaced by Mr. Baghel. Agra, if I'm not mistaken, is an SC seat. Mr. Baghel used to be the head of the OBC unit of the party. So how this will play out, I'm not so sure. But otherwise, yes, Smriti Irani versus Rahul Gandhi was very much on the cards. Prime Minister Narendra Modi from Varanasi, again, no surprises there. Mr. Rajnath Singh being retained, VK Singh being retained from the respective constituencies, indeed Mahesh Sharma being retained. None of this surprises me at all, actually.
Paulumi Saha is now joining us. She's at the BJP headquarters. Yes. Zafar, Javed Ansari wanted to make a point. Yes, Mr. Ansari. Yes, please. Yes.
Yeah, I'd be very curious to know who the BJP's candidate is from Sultanpur, because there's been a lot of speculation about Mr. Varun Gandhi, whether or not he'll get a ticket, whether he'll be shifted from there. They've announced a Amethi, which is absolutely next door to Amethi, sandwiched between Sultanpur on one side and Raebareli on the other, but they haven't announced their candidate for Sultanpur. So that suspense continues. I would like to know the fate of Mr. Varun Gandhi. Is he being re-nominated? Is he getting the party's ticket? Or like Advani, like Mr. Advani, he's also being sidelined.
Yes, so there are, as Javed Ansari seems to be hinting, there could be more surprises in place. Polomi, let's not forget there are replacements as well, and not only names that have been announced again. With Baghel replacing Katheria, do you think that in many ways has also is suggesting a point there, Polomi?
Well, as far as replacements are concerned, Pooja, we've seen only a couple of those. We've seen, of course, Krishna Raj, Union Minister, who will not be contesting from Shahjahanpur, and of course there is SPS Baghel, who will be contesting now in place of Ramashankar Katheria from Agra. SPS Baghel is a minister in the UP State Cabinet. He has, of course, contested parliamentary elections previously as well. But other than that, we've not seen too many surprises in terms of tickets being cut off sitting MPs. This, of course, is a list of 184 members of parliament. I beg your pardon, candidates that the Bharatiya Janata Party has released today, who will be contesting on a BJP ticket in the Lok Sabha elections. We have to wait and see what that second list will, of course, contain. But what is interesting is that a couple of constituencies which are very crucial, where the nomination dates are just around the corner, and the BJP has still not announced candidates. For instance, the seat of Darjeeling in West Bengal. The BJP has not announced who will be their candidate. Darjeeling goes to pose in the second phase of these elections as well. Union Minister S.S. Ahluwalia has been, in fact, contesting from that seat. He won from that seat in 2014, but there seems to be some debate around repeating him from that constituency, which is what we were talking about earlier as well. Of course, some relief for Babul Supriyo. He has been able to retain his seat of Asansol and will be contesting from the very same seat in 2019 as well. But Darjeeling has not been announced, and that is extremely surprising as well.
Okay, so clearly there are some names that were expected to be announced today, as Polomi is telling us, but we'll wait and watch when the second list is out. Manisha Priyam, because you joined us late, and the question I'd asked everybody, the biggest takeaway of today's press briefing was about Amit Shah, Bharatiya Janata Party chief, contesting from Gandhinagar, Gujarat, which had remained LK Advani's seat for decades. So do you think that was, as Amit Shah becoming a newsmaker, it was also reflective of how the Advani-Vajpayee era now could be officially over?
No, Vajpayee era was officially over quite a while ago. In fact, this time around, the Vajpayee era is coming back because the BJP has already made alliances. So
or can we Manisha there say, Modi and Amit Shah era officially starts with this announcement? Can we, if we correct that statement a little, do you think that would be better?
Okay, so I think the only difference now is that Mr. Amit Shah tested the waters. There were charges on him. He had a jail term. He came in through the Rajya Sabha. He got his acceptance into the party also. And now Mr. Amit Shah is going to fight the popular elections. So I think that is the clear difference. It's really the sunrise, so to say, of grand politics for Mr. Amit Shah. He's been in the party. He's, remember, given that big state of Uttar Pradesh for the 2014 victory of Mr. Narendra Modi. Now after this, I would expect fighting the Lok Sabha. It will not just be the party, but I would clearly see him playing a very important role if Mr. Narendra Modi were to be re-elected in the government as well. So I think the clear difference will be that in government, this could be a tandem play of Mr. Narendra Modi and Mr. Amit Shah. Should victory come their way, that would be the clear difference. Until now, this was Narendra Modi having his control over the government, because he was the one in whose name the 2014 elections had been fought, and the party machinery clearly was with Mr. Amit Shah. So I think the clear difference will be that both the party and the government if these people were to come to victory and lead the BJP to a massive victory similar to that of 2014, then the script even for the government would be very, very different. However, the caveats to all this is that this time around the BJP is fighting these elections with important allies in the big states of Bihar and in Madhya Pradesh, and in Bihar and in Maharashtra, and down the Vindhyas it has many allies that it has to accommodate. So while in comparison to 2014, one would expect a tighter control of the duo on both the party and government, in actual fact they have had to move for alliances. So this is somewhat similar to Vajpayee moment of the coalition politics, but a somewhat tighter control on both the party and government were these two to lead the party to an unprecedented victory similar to that of 2014.
That's very interesting, the manner in which you are reflecting to that era, and there could be some similarities but of course a big difference as well. Manisha, but what about Smriti Irani? That would also be a big seat against Rahul Gandhi, and it would be a big test if for Amit Shah and Gandhinagar as much for Smriti Irani, because to be contesting against Rahul Gandhi where she's not had as much victory last time, that also is going to be very crucial.
Yeah, and Smriti Irani not only contested from there, she has been systematically going back to Amethi. So it was quite clear that Amethi was a seat that was handcrafted for her. It was a constituency that she kept in touch with. It was a constituency that in a sense she was nurturing in a political sort of way and doing constituency work there, whether she won or lost that election. Now, even having lost that election, she was given a Rajya Sabha seat. She became a very important cabinet minister for this government. So very clearly, in the order of things as they stand, Smriti Irani is a very important person for the government, and the Modi government is reposing its confidence in her now, not just as a political candidate to be fighting that constituency, but as an important member of the Narendra Modi government. She is now going to be fighting that important battle in Amethi. Now Rahul Gandhi might find that going very tough for him, because he is a party political man, and here is somebody who is going to come back and say that not only am I a political candidate, I also have the backing of having been an incumbent minister in the Modi government. So whether Priyanka Gandhi can do a pan-Eastern UP campaign, or will she have to concentrate her energies in Amethi, because last time I remember that she didn't take Smriti Irani's candidature very seriously, and I think that can cost the Congress party. It's a seat that they would not like to lose at any case.
Well, absolutely, so never take your opponents lightly in politics. Yes,
a checkmate to a checkmate,
And like you're saying, Manisha, she has been visiting the constituency.
Smriti Irani posing checkmate there to Rahul Gandhi.
Manisha, please stay on with me. While Smriti Irani, Rahul Gandhi is going to be one of the biggest key contests, and BJP restoring faith in Smriti Irani. Javed Ansari, I also want to now talk about another issue before I go across to Zafar Islam. Let's talk about people who changed parties and joined the Bharatiya Janata Party. Jay Panda also recently joined the Bharatiya Janata Party and has got a seat as well for Lok Sabha. So also rewarding people who recently joined the BJP.
No surprises there. Jay Panda is no babe in the woods. He's been a parliamentarian several times over, and this was very much in the works. This was a part of the deal that was negotiated, that the very least the BJP would do is at least renominate him from his seat in Orissa. They see a larger role for him in Orissa, that he will aid and supplement Mr. Dharmendra Pradhan in the BJP's effort to try and unseat Naveen Babu. Whether or not that is possible, only time will tell. It's much easier said than done. Naveen Babu has really consolidated his hold over the state, much to everybody's surprise. But nonetheless, I'm not surprised by Jay Panda. He certainly deserved a seat, and the BJP has given him a seat.
Do you think that there would also be a winnability quotient that we are looking at for Baijant Panda, who's come from the BJD? Do you think, apart from the negotiation, what do you think the BJP would have seen in him for possibly that he could win from that crucial seat?
Look, he's an MP several times over. It's not that the BJP is spoiled for choices in Orissa. The BJP may like to believe that it's bringing down Mr. Naveen Patnaik's neck, but the reality on the ground is a bit different. It's much tougher than it looks from sitting here in Delhi. Naveen Patnaik and the BJD have consolidated their hold. The Congress has withered away, and therefore the BJP might become the party, the challenger. But whether it can topple or overtake the BJP and replace Mr. Naveen Patnaik in this election, I'm not so sure. Mr. Panda, like a lot of others, will play a supporting role, and the BJP will be hoping that since he's been a player in the state for close to 2 decades now, and that he's been a several-time MP, whatever support he has, he'd be able to garner it for the party, and that the parties will also stand to gain from it.
Bharatiya Janata Party, Zafar Islam also is with us. Now this is getting very interesting, and if we can talk about some individual members of parliament whose names have been announced against Zafar. Now if we just spoke to Hema Malini, but there have been issues in her constituency. People have said she's not visited enough. Even in the parliament, her attendance has been extremely low. And yet the party decided to show faith in her. Sure, she's a celebrity factor, but do you think she delivered enough as a member of parliament for Mathura?
You have spoken to her just now. What did she say? She said she has certain plan for Mathura. Partly she has been able to deliver, and she needs another term to deliver the rest. And definitely in the last 5 years she has been able to deliver, and the people of Mathura do acknowledge that what contribution she has been able to make in Mathura, and whatever the expectation of people they may have from her. She admitted that she has been able to deliver partly, and partly she will be able to deliver in the next term. But if you say that that's because she has not been able to not been as regular as other members of the parliament, yet in her own constituency the people were working for her, and she has visited her constituency many times, and the party felt, based on the feedback, that she is the best candidate. She has won the admiration and the confidence of the people of Mathura. So party has reposed confidence in her purely because the people have reposed confidence, and people have given a very positive feedback, and the state unit has also acknowledged that the people are extremely happy with her, and we are confident that she will be able to retain her seat with a thumping majority as she did in 2014.
All right, Paulomi Saha is also joining us right now. I request our panelists to please stay on. Now, Paulomi, let's not only restrict ourselves to Uttar Pradesh and even Bihar. If we go down south, Uttar Kannada, Anant Hegde his name again been announced. And what are other big names apart from KJ Alphonse from Ernakulam in Kerala? And how do you look at how the BJP strategy is going to be in the southern states?
Well, obviously, some of the important, announcements that have come, of course, like we were discussing earlier, Pooja, even before the announcement was made, we had anticipated that Kumanam Rajashekharan would be pitted against Dr. Shashi Tharoor of the Congress party in Thiruvananthapuram, and that's exactly what has emerged in that list as well. So that will definitely be a contest that the BJP will and the Congress will be putting their best into, as far as the state of Kerala is concerned. The BJP has been over a period of time trying to build inroads into Kerala so that it reaps electoral benefits for them, and this is definitely that moment for the Bharatiya Janata Party. Obviously in Bangalore, I beg your pardon, in Karnataka, there are several seats, at least 5 to 6 seats that the BJP is yet to announce candidates from. But what is interesting is, for instance, the announcement of Umesh Jadhav from the Gulbarga seat. Now, Umesh Jadhav recently moved from the Congress to the BJP. He was a Congress MLA until just last month, and he's likely to contest against Mallikarjun Kharge of the Congress party, who will be contesting from the same Gulbarga seat as well. So that is very interesting. Okay. Of course, in Tamil Nadu, there are 5 seats that the BJP will be contesting from. But what is very interesting is that we can point out towards some of those, which includes, of course, from Tuticorin, from Thoothukudi, it will be Tamilisai Soundarajan who will be contesting. She is the BJP state president from Tamil Nadu, who will be contesting. H. Raja will be contesting from Sivagangai. And then, of course, there is Mr. Radhakrishnan, who will be contesting from the seat of Kanyakumari. So the BJP's prestigious seats where they will be putting their all into will be some of these prominent seats where they will, of course, have their candidates, where they've announced their candidates out. Of course, it's not the final list, it's not the full list, because there are many more candidate announcements that we're still expecting. And tomorrow, I am in fact getting information about now is that the Central Election Committee of the Bharatiya Janata Party, like we said, will be meeting tomorrow. It's meeting tomorrow at 11 a.m.
All right, so that means more discussions and deliberations to continue. Paulami Saha giving us that update that tomorrow we're expecting the CEC meeting. That means, of course, this is only the first list. We're expecting the second list also very soon. And could there be surprises there? Paulami, if you can please stay on. Manisha Priyam, Zafar Islam, Javed Ansari, I'm requesting you to stay on because a lot of reactions have come in. Let's just listen in to what these leaders have to say.
2014 में मात्र 3 सप्ताह के अंतराल में मैं वो चुनाव लड़ी थी। उस वक्त उन 3 सप्ताह में भी राहुल गांधी जो 5 लाख के वादे से जीतते थे, उनका मार्जिन रिड्यूस 80% हम मात्र 3 सप्ताह में कर पाए थे। इस बार अशोक जी, मुझे लगता है कि राहुल गांधी का मायावती जी और अखिलेश से सहारा मांगना अपनी सीट के लिए इस बात का संकेत है कि बिना सहारा वो सीट पर चुनाव अपना लड़ भी नहीं सकते। तो संकेत कांग्रेस पार्टी के लिए खराब है, भाजपा के लिए नहीं। एक कार्यकर्ता का मान है कि अपने पार्टी के प्रतिनिधियों के समर्थन में वो चुनाव प्रचार में उतरे। तो मैं तो इतना ही कहूंगी कि मेरा सौभाग्य है कि मेरी पार्टी ने मुझे इस लायक समझा कि निरंतर न सिर्फ इन 5 सालों में बल्कि पार्टी में बिताए लगभग 18 से 20 सालों में हर चुनाव में मैं अपने प्रतिनिधियों के समर्थन में मैदानी जंग में उतरती हूँ। और इस बार भी कुछ ऐसा ही आप देख पाएंगे। मुझे लगता है जिस प्रकार से केंद्र और प्रदेश की सरकार के समन्वय की वजह से विकास के काम हुए हैं, जिस प्रकार से निरंतर संवाद माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी का और मुख्यमंत्री जी का जनता जनार्दन के साथ रहा। I have done quite a lot of work and I am very happy about it, and the people of Mathura are also very happy whatever I have done. But little more work will have to be done. That is why I was very keen and wanted to have 5 more years to complete my work. Because my dream was to transform Braj Kshetra in a very beautiful manner. So that opportunity again I got it, so I will fulfill all my desires. One has to be all the time with the public mind and keep doing the best of our work. And we have to work hard for this election also, campaigning and other things.
Well, you see, the Bharatiya Janata Party, based on its track record, based on the last 5 years' performance and the leadership of Sri Narendra Modi ji, we are confident to attain a position where we would form the next government and we would make serious inroads into West Bengal in the Lok Sabha 2019 elections. I am very happy that the party has, confidence in me by giving me the South Kolkata seat,
yes,
which I am going to certainly win, because the response that I am getting now from the people of South Kolkata and West Bengal is really heartening. I think the people of Kolkata and West Bengal, they have seen the performance of the left front, they have seen the performance of the Trinamool Congress government, and based on the performance of the government, I think Bharatiya Janata Party has a rightful place of, giving the alternative government in West Bengal.
Convey my sincere thanks to my national party leaders and my state party leaders who have shown faith in me and given me an opportunity to serve this constituency again this time. Of course, we have been able to do works worth about 50,000 crore in my constituency, the path shown by our great leader, Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, and the architect of this party, Shri Amit Shah ji, who has shown that the way to success is the growth, what we call as vikas, and taking all together. That is the key mantra, what our Prime Minister has given. And now world is looking towards us. The people of this nation have full confidence in this leadership of our Prime Minister. And there is nobody around him who can give a stable and a strong government which can take decisions on certain matters. And this is what has been shown in the previous time, that
राष्ट्र हमारी पार्टी के लिए राष्ट्र सर्वोपरि है। मंदिर के लिए हमारा कमिट है, हमारी पार्टी का कमिट है, हमारे अध्यक्ष का कमिट है, हमारे प्रधानमंत्री का कमिट है। मंदिर हम ही बनाएंगे, ममता मंदिर नहीं बनाएंगी, माया नहीं बनाएंगे, मुलायम नहीं बनाएंगे, कांग्रेस नहीं बनाएगी। तो उसको इस समय छेड़ने की आवश्यकता नहीं है, उससे बहुत आगे देश बढ़ चुका है। मैंने पार्टी को कहीं कोई चैलेंज नहीं दिया था, एक नहीं दसियों सीट पर मैंने पार्टी को अपना सुझाव दिया था, उसमें लोकसभा उन्नाव के लिए भी दिया था। तो पार्टी को सीटों के बारे में अवगत कराना ये कोई अपराध नहीं है, अच्छी बात है और पार्टी ने उसे स्वीकार किया।
All right, so if you have tuned into India Today just now, it was the Bharatiya Janata Party that had made a recent announcement today evening about Lok Sabha candidates. 184 candidates have been announced for Lok Sabha elections, and importantly it was Uttar Pradesh and that Prime Minister Narendra Modi contesting from Varanasi, but also party chief Amit Shah to be contesting from Gandhinagar in Gujarat, which was earlier veteran leader LK Advani's seat, and most from West Uttar Pradesh are the names that have been retained. Zafar Islam from the Bharatiya Janata Party and Javed Ansari, a senior journalist, continues to be with us. Javed Ansari, first to you, do you think that Prime Minister Narendra Modi contesting from Varanasi, but like earlier, could there be a second seat that may be announced in the next few days?
Sure, and this is a question that my friend Zafar Islam would be better placed to answer. But Varanasi comes as no surprise. The Prime Minister has nurtured that constituency, and it would have been a huge loss of prestige if the Prime Minister has chosen to give up that constituency and move elsewhere. So the Prime Minister contesting from there, it comes as no surprise. What we would wait and watch for is who the Gathbandhan puts up from Varanasi, and will, at least in Varanasi, the Gathbandhan tie up with other opposition parties and decide to put up a common candidate to put up a fight against the Prime Minister. That's of interest. The Prime Minister contesting from there comes as no surprise, at least.
Zafar, now tell us, if you possibly can right now, if the alliance puts forth a strong candidate, would it be another seat for Prime Minister Narendra Modi like last time?
Well, I can't comment on that, whether the Prime Minister will contest from any other constituency as well. But all I can say that we are not at all concerned whether they put up a strong candidate, weak candidate, or whatever the Gathbandhan candidate. We are not concerned purely because the amount of work which has been done by the Honorable Prime Minister for his constituency is unprecedented, and the admiration what he enjoys, the people of the entire country, in particular of his own constituency, is again unprecedented. So the margin of victory will only improve with the 2014. Whether the Honorable Prime Minister chose to contest from another constituency, that will be his decision. But the decision will not be guided purely because the Mahagathbandhan is putting a strong.
Okay, so if that name is announced again for another seat, as BJP spokesperson is saying,
weak candidate, it doesn't matter.
Okay, it's interesting that you're already saying it will not have to do with the alliance candidate if at all. But I'm heading into a short break. Javed Ansari, Zafar Islam, please stay on with me. Some expected names, but also a few surprises in today's press briefing by the Bharatiya Janata Party. Festival not stopping election season. Stay tuned. Lots more lined up after this break.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.